Hey everybody, I'm a brand new YouTuber. I'm a motivational YouTuber. That's what I am. So don't mind the title with the word vengeance in there. What I mean is we need to all seek vengeance against all the bad things in our lives. We need to be positive people because look around at the world. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful place. And I don't mean the mountains and the oceans. I mean, isn't it beautiful how people are just being themselves now? They're not being some type of mind controlled robot zombie. People are being themselves more than we've ever seen. And I think what we need to do is focus on being good human beings. So that's why today I'm going to read to you the guide to being a good human being. And I hope that you'll take these tips and you'll be a better human being too. So this is an article by Susanna Nussanen. This showed up when I typed in how to be a good human being, and I thought I would read it because Google has promoted this to one of the top articles you'll find about being a better human. So I think the whole world should listen to Susanna because Susanna is apparently the police chief of being a good human being. So let's see what the advice is from Susanna, who doesn't have rocks in her head. Being a human is an incredible thing, says Susanna. Thanks, Susanna. Wow. But it's not always easy. What you should or shouldn't do isn't always clear. No, it is actually pretty clear, Susanna. Right from wrong is pretty clear. Having morals and not having morals is pretty clear. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm a new YouTuber. Anyway, what you should or shouldn't do isn't always clear, and it can leave you feeling confused and overwhelmed. You weren't exactly given a guidebook for life at school, even though you might have learned to count. It turns out you need a lot more than that to be a good human being. Well, actually, we were given a guidebook. It's called the Bible. Yeah. It tells you right from wrong, teaches every lesson in there is a moral compass and how people can live. But, we'll forget the Bible and we will follow Susanna Nussanen's path to enlightenment. So the reality is that we are a real mishmash of people, says Susanna, and cultures across this beautiful planet. In fact, it's exactly that which makes our planet so wonderfully diverse. Yet there is one thing that we all have in common. We like to feel good, she says. Hence, I've compiled a list of things that most, if not all, humans appreciate. Below you will find your guide to being a good human being and behaving in ways that make others feel good too. Here we go, folks. Number 1, be kind. In a world where you could be anything, be kind to yourself and to others, both offline and online. You never know how much that other person might need your kindness. Often it's more than you think. Great advice. Number 2, listen. In our noisy world, it's sometimes hard to feel heard. Be the person that makes someone feel heard. Really listen. Heard, by heard, she means H-E-R-D. Because she's really just herding these zombies into these life lessons from just a person who's decided to give you a lesson on how to be a better person. Of course, when she says listen, and she's talking about listening to people, sometimes people want to feel heard. Only if you are speaking that specific narrative of communism, of course, because if you speak anything against that, well, you're not allowed to be listened to or heard, as we all know. Okay, so she goes on to say, let them speak as long as they want to. I love that advice, Susanna. I love that advice. I would love if that advice applied to me personally. That'd be great. Number 3, be non-judgmental. With yourself and with others, everyone is doing the best they can with the knowledge they have, including you. Adopt an attitude of tolerance and accept that we're all different. That's what makes each one of us so unique and life so interesting. So in other words, accept and tolerate all. If a child wants to castrate themselves, accept that. Okay. Oh, right. Forgot what channel. I mean, if a child, I support that. A child wants, if a child decides it puts on a dress one day and wants to be a woman, support it. And it was born a boy. Support it. Don't be judgmental. Okay? Because, of course, being judgmental and tolerance are one and the same, right? Well, that's what they want you to think. That's how they've deceived so many Christians out there. But anyway, be non-judgmental, have tolerance, accept everything, except, of course, truth or anything that goes against the narrative, the mainstream narrative. Number 4, support people's decisions. Even when you might not agree with them, trust that they're doing what they feel is right for them and respect that. Except, of course, again, when talking about truth, because that's dangerous, right? But you need to support people's decisions. So if your next door neighbor decides that they want to date your child who is 5, you better support it. I got to be careful. I'm trying to get this channel monetized. What am I doing? Okay, sorry. Let me just continue to read. Support people's decisions. Number 5, be someone's biggest cheerleader. That sounds like a great idea. In fact, I got my pom-poms ready. I'm actually about to put my lipstick on, paint my nails, and get my miniskirt on. I will be that big cheerleader. You and don't you dare judge me for that. Anyone out there listening, I have a right to do that. Okay, you're a freak if you don't accept that. You can never have too many supporters. Encourage your people to go after their dreams and support them in their journey in any way you can. Let them know that they're not alone. Let them know that you are there for them. Number 6, be polite. This seems to be an obvious one, but it's amazing how rude you can come across when sending an email or message in a moment of frustration. God forbid that. Remember, in a very compliant society, you have to always be polite. So that means you have to accept and tolerate everything and smile, right? When they're reaming a pitchfork up your rear end, smile, say cheese, right? Hey, everybody, look, it's Big Brother at the front door. They're holding a bazooka to your skull. Smile. Everything's wonderful. Everything's wonderful, Susanna. Don't worry about it. Yes, I'd love to see the world through your lens, your eyeballs, right? Clearly, Susanna's walking around with a blindfold on. Number 7, live a life that's true to you, whatever that means, folks. There's too many people living lives that someone else told them to live. Yeah, you think so, Susanna? Everybody's living a life that someone else told them to live. It's called the mainstream media and the government, who are walking our society off of a cliff into an abyss. You get it, Susanna, yet? No, of course. Live a life that's true to you. These are the sayings they drive me nuts when I hear people. They're like, be the best you. Or they're like, I can't even think of them off the top of my head. These sayings, they make no sense. Love yourself. It's like, what in the frig are these people? They don't even know what they're saying. They're just smiling they're just smiling while they're getting whipped by the government with a bat in the back of the neck. They're like, yeah, everything's fine. They're tasering me. I love it. Wonderful. So live a life that's true to you. There's too many people living lives that someone else told them to live. Don't be one of them, folks. Yeah, everybody who is trying to be true to themselves is being censored, shut down, and thrown in jail. So maybe Susanna should double check that. Too many people living lives that someone else told them to live. That would be Susanna, who wrote the article, who's completely blind and clueless, who literally, she doesn't even have a blindfold on. She's got multiple ones. It's like Songbird. So she's going to say you've only got one shot at life. And let's face it, none of us know how long it will be, so make the most out of it starting today. Somehow Susanna's like a homeowner making money off this article. Number 8, take care of yourself. Well, great advice. If you don't take care of yourself, no one else will. You're responsible for your emotional, physical, and mental well-being. Take charge of it and take care of it. I love it, this illusion that the government is in control of your life. You could actually take care of yourself. They don't even let you take care of yourself. Oh, you're in charge of your emotional, physical, and mental well-being when the government's literally censoring us and trying to get poison in our bodies. Number 9, take care of others. Number 10, smile if you feel it. Never underestimate the power of a genuine smile. It will warm the recipient's heart and make them want to smile too. As a bonus, you'll feel better too. Everybody who smiles does. Yes, I think that's wonderful advice, ladies and gentlemen. Always smile, especially when you're getting clubbed to death by Big Brother. Make sure you're smiling while it's happening because that'll make you a better person. And that's what it's really all about, right? So these were wonderful tips, top 10 tips to a guide to being a good human being. And we all need to follow this because Susanna apparently has a PhD in how to be a good human. And every single thing that Susanna said was pretty much saying, be compliant with globalist government, be compliant with absolute sick perversion and everything else that they try to push down our throats. So thanks, Susanna, for your wonderful advice. Now, I'm a new YouTuber, as most of you know, and I'm here to inspire people. I'm going to be like a life coach on this channel. Sure, I'll mix in cool gaming videos. I'm going to be a life coach, and I'm going to help people, guide their lives. Accept and tolerate all. Make sure you're constantly supporting Ukraine. So donate any extra money you have to Ukraine, okay? If you don't go to your local pride parade, you should be put in jail because you're a bigot. These are all things that I'm going to support here because these are things that affect me directly. That's what I do every single day, are those types of things like supporting Ukraine. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about cats. Maybe dogs, roof, roof, maybe, I don't know. I might venture out and talk about dogs, puppies, puppy mills, what? So we'll talk about some of those topics. And of course, I'll talk about fitness tips, right? I'll talk about health tips. I don't know. I'm just trying to get this out to 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm losing it. I'm going to do this every couple of weeks now. It's not even. It's like every other day. But hey, it's wonderful that everybody's here. I appreciate the support so much. You're all such wonderful people. I hope you're still listening. If you're still listening, let me know in the comment section so I can calculate out how many times I have to do this based on people who actually make it 10 minutes, which is probably nobody because it shows only like people make it 2 minutes. And I do not blame anyone out there. If you're only watching a minute of this, I do not blame you at all in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, you're helping me out by watching and listening, and we only have to do this for a temporary period of time. But you're all wonderful. I could tell, this article is about being good people. I could tell you're all wonderful people just by being here. No, and I do mean that, but we're all wonderful people, folks. Just comply, tolerate, comply again, and you're deemed a good person in this psychotic, insane society that we live in. So I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Bye, everybody. Talk to you soon.